this is the rose I found. And look at that beautiful color. That gold and that diamonds and stuff. And that probably looks like a lapis lazuli in Minecraft. Look at that lizard. By the way, I want to show you something. You know this guy can eat this stuff? Look. He can literally eat it. See? Mama. See, he ate it. Mama. I found those flowers like over there. Otherwise, Mama. He liked those flowers. They're like white. I don't know what they call it. Otherwise, Mama. He likes it. I feed to him all the time. So now I'm gonna let him go, and then I'm gonna come here. Hey, look! I want to show you something. Here is Mr. Tortoise. Come on, friend. Look, he got so big. I passed it 3 times.
I don't want this guy getting stuck. See how he's like in between the two? So he's gonna have to get up and over. So we're gonna go real slow, real slow. Okay, come on. Up, 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 up. Banzai! There he goes. All right. Look at the coloring on the back. Look at that, beautiful. I have this turtle here is because the turtle is very close to a snake as far as his abilities to be able to handle the heat, handle the cold. He hibernates around the same time. He's active around the same time. So whenever I see this guy out of his hole and running around, I know that the snakes are comfortable and they're running around too. Just like that lizard's another sign, but this guy's my big little alarm clock. He's gonna go right here, straight through, underneath. He digs underneath the shipping container, and that's where he lives, underneath there. And he stays pretty cool. All right, buddy, time to go home. Yeah. Bye-bye. So I definitely do need to get some sort of water catchment system. There really only is twice a year where it really rains like this. The problem is all of this water is everywhere. All of it on the ground is all just mud and sand. That's kind of hard to get it clean. But everything coming off the roof is nice. And it's just about storage, you know? How can I store all of that water? So if you look, that's a dust devil out there where it's dry as a bone. So it's a change of the hot and cold. And where we're at is absolute just flooding in water. What's crazy about the desert is there can be a 10-mile difference or 5-mile difference, and it can be 110 over there, no moisture at all. And of course, the tortoise is drinking up. Every time it rains, he knows, he smells it. It's crazy. Like, I'm pretty sure he can't hear it. I'm pretty sure he does smell it. And he comes out here and he drinks. Look at him. So the biggest problem out here with the desert is, you see all that rain we just had, all that pour, okay? And if you look, okay, that is a ½ inch. It penetrated that much. That's it. That's all the water penetration that happened in most areas. Everything else was a sheet flow. So all that water was coming down, and that is only how deep it really went. And that's the problem also with gardening, is being able to pool the water and catch the water is the key. So a lot of those earthworks, a lot of that capturing of water, that is what really works when you actually catch it like this and the water slows down and it's able to penetrate that monsoon rain, and it just sheet flows and it's done. So it really is important to slow it down and let it drain. But if you try and stop it, you'll just back up and just destroy whatever you try to do. So it's basically understanding that balance of being able to slow it down and let it just soak in. This is how I'm having so much success with the fig, is because right at this spot, that's where I planted it, because it already just puddled naturally here, and I dug it all out, and I put that good potting soil there. Last time it went from almost dead to all the growth you see here again, and then this time again we're getting that flood, we're getting that monsoon rain again, able us to drink. This water will stay there for about 2 days. It'll keep its feet wet, which is perfect. It just soaks all that up. My first earthwork here, where I have a very large 3 foot by 3 foot puddle right there, and what that does is allow these trees to drink for days. This whole thing fills up, the ground stays wet, it overflows, goes over to the second one here. The second one's not really full at all, but you can kind of see how it kind of the overflow is trickling inside there. Then I have an overflow for it to go back this way into this over here. I think what I need to do today is, now the ground's a little wet, to focus on this end, bringing a lot of this up and allowing this to become even more of a channel here in the front, so that way these trees can drink even more from this monsoon rain, which is an absolute blessing, but it still isn't even enough to actually fully water some of these plants for today, just because of how it is out here. It's a lot of rain, but it's really not. It really was only a decent rain for 10 minutes. That was it, 10 minutes. So it's not enough to really penetrate and really get deep into the ground and really get the water you need. So the key is to slow it down, let it soak into the ground, because that water penetration is key. We get some water, but what's even worse is it just flows right off and just goes on to the next and goes on to the next and straight into Colorado. So earthworks is a definite big part of what I've learned. I definitely want to dig this out more here, all of this water out, and dig out this section more. So this entire thing needs to get dug, a whole line all the way to the end. This over here probably needs to get pulled back in the entire section it pools. And if you can see, it just goes all the way up. You know what I mean? So that I think is going to be my my project at hand right now, is really putting in the work to try and slow down this little bit of water I'm getting right here, and be able to let all my fruit trees really drink and thrive.
Comment, subscribe.